Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya, you know? Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami That's a Prabhupada beat. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Nirvishesha Chen Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Nirvishesha Chundamari Paschatya Jaya Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Jiva Gosvami Jaya Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Hayabo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrimati Gaura Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare. Don't speak. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. You get a speeding ticket. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gaura Premanandi. That is a beautiful bona fide Prabhupada beat.
For the first one, right?
Yes. Where did you learn that?
London. A devotional
Someone taught you, huh? Yes. But you had a tiny, little, tiny tendency of speeding it up. Keep it steady.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. That's a very beautiful Mridangam beat. So happy. Just that same beat, just keep it through.
Original?
That's the only beat you know?
No, 2, 3.
Oh, okay.
Which one?
Chaya Gauranitai, 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 Chaya Gauranitai, 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 Chaya Gauranitai, Nitai Sachitanda, 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 to take our mobiles away. Mina Madachi. Yes, mobiles away. Put them away. And today is very auspicious. It's Ekadasi today. So we are very fortunate. Let's put it away. Mina. Right, no mobile. Krishna, that's a mobile.
Yeah.
That's a real mobile.
Yeah.
Ready.
Oh, man, Prabhu.
Kiba Chayo, Chayo, Go, Chande, Arati Gosoma, Chaya, Chayo, Go, Chande, Arati Gosoma, Kiba Chayo, Jayo, Yaga Shri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jayam Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Kacharya Satarashaka Shri Shima Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Ananda Kudi Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem Se Koshi Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Chamakunda Radha Kunda Shri Giri Govardhan Ki Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Shri Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Ganga Maya Munamai Ki Tulasi Devi Tulasi Maharani Ki Sama Veda Bhaktarinda Ki Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Welcome Amrita Radhe Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Anil.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Anil, who is Midangam is who? Who is a Midangam? Personification of?
Lord Balaram?
Huh?
Lord Balaram?
Yes, and you put Lord Balaram on the floor?
Oh.
That cushion is for Lord Balaram.
Oh, okay. Okay. Right.
Jai, Hare Krishna. Mataji, you want to sing the singer prayers? No, Russian, I'm going to sit here for a moment. Wait. She will sing the singer prayers.
Oh.
Yes, that's better.
Okay.
Namaste Narsingaya.
Namaste Narsingaya.
Prahlad Ladayini.
Prahlad Okay, thank you, Amita Radhamadaji, for waiting. The internet was down, and just now it came back, and everybody else has left. But Amrita Radhamadaji is so steady and in the hope, is it coming back? And it has come back. Okay, here we are. Okay. So, yes, say us more about Indira Ekadasi.
Yes, so they do burn and people do quite a lot of dawn and it's feed the cows and get blessing for the cows and the Gandhis and doing all the ceremonies that the Maharajas and the Fakirs do to liberate the spirit souls on this particular month. Obviously, each of the 15 days of this month are dedicated to certain there's certain vows you can take for doing the I think the first one is for the men and the second one for other members of the family, and the last one is Sarve Pitrudosh, which is Sarve means all the Pitrus, all the departed souls. So you can just do the offerings on that day. So liberates the soul. Okay.
So if we become, Anil, if we become a pure devotee of the Lord, means without any fruitive desires and no karma and no jnana, what happens to your ancestors?
It depends where they are. I think if they are, this we are talking about Pitras. Pitra. Pitra.
Yeah, Pitriloka.
Pitraloka. If they are in Pitraloka, before they have moved on to another human life or whatever, if they're stuck, then this fortnight, by doing prescribed dhan, basically giving charity, chanting, doing the Kadshira, for example, as well. So all this, they get the benefit and they are released from that state of Pitra Loka, and then they move on either to another human birth or liberation as.
How many ancestors?
It is liberation straight from Pitra Loka.
How many ancestors?
I think it is 7 generations. 7 generations up and.
I mean, I've heard different things.
Yeah.
One is 21, and the other one is sometimes 100.
Srila Prabhupada said 100 generations. In the past only?
I think 100 future also.
Yes. So, if we concerned about our family members to get them liberated,
Screensaver.
shall become pure devotees of the Lord, and send 100 generations into the past and into the future, they're all liberated. Amrita Radhamadaji, can you see that screen? We're sharing with you?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, at least that works. So what do you want to do? That is a nice, because Ekadasi. What does it mean, Ekadasi? What is there anything we have to do?
We are fasting from grains.
Only grains? Anil? Fasting from grains?
Refrain. It's not just the food, it's the thought as well.
What we shall not eat on Ekadasi? Grains, yes, obviously.
Grains, beans,
Beans.
lentils.
Lentils, pulses, that's right. These 3 things, minimum. And grains is the most important. What happened if we eat grains on Ekadasi?
Simple reactions.
Of what? Of killing our mother, of killing our brothers and sisters, of killing our guru, that sin will come to us. That's very strong. That's very,
harsh.
huh?
Especially, I mean, not eating grains and then killing mother, father. That's very, very.
That's what. Well, let's have a look at that. Here we have the Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila 15:8. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Ekadina Matra Bhate Ghariya Pranama. Prabhu Kahe Mata More Dehe Ekadana. Everyone. Ekadina Matra Bhate Ghariya Pranama. Prabhu Kahe Mata More Dehe Ekadana. You want to translate, Ben?
Ekadina matara padikariya pranama Prabhu kahi matamore deha ekadana.
Everyone. Ekadina Matara Pade Kariya Pranam. Prabhu Kahe Matamore Deha Ekadana. Question?
Ekadina Matara Pade Kariya Pranama. Prabhu Kahe Mata More Deha.
Ekadina Matara Pade Kariya Pranama. Prabhu Kahe Matamore Deha Ekadana. Anil?
Ekadina Matra Pade Kariya Pranama Prabhu Kahe Mat Mohe More Deha Ekadana.
Ekadina Matara Pade Kariya Pranam. Prabhu Kahe Matamore Dehi Ekadana. Sanskrit scholar.
Ekadina Matara Pade Kariya Pranama Prabhu Kahe Mata More Deha Ekadana.
Ekadina Matara Pade Kariya Pranama. Prabhu Kahe Matamore Deha Ekadana. Meena, you want to try?
Ekadina Mata Pade Kariye Pranama Prabhu Kahe Mata More De Ekadana.
Oh, beautiful. Ekadina Matara Pade Kariya Pranam. Prabhu Kahe Matamore Deha Ekadana. Very nice. Well, where did you learn the Sanskrit? Now, Amrita Radhamadaji, you want to give that a try?
Prabhuji, you'll have to scroll up. I can't see the screen. I'm just seeing CC Adi Lila 15.8.
You can see now?
No, Prabhu.
Why not?
Please scroll up a little bit.
Up like that?
Nothing is happening. It's frozen. I think it's not working today.
Okay. Okay. Translation. One day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fell down at the feet of his mother. Are we sometimes falling at the feet of our mother? Yes, we should.
We should, yes.
We should in the morning, first thing. Pranam. Both of our parents, right? There was a very nice story of a devotee who has been also instructed like that. Actually, his parents came to see Srila Prabhupada. And were sitting down, or his mother, I think his mother only, came sitting down, very educated lady. And on a chair, and Srila Prabhupada sit behind his desk, and the son, then Prabhupada said, offer obeisances to your mother. She was a Western lady, right? She had absolutely no one. So he offered obeisances, and she was embarrassed. She didn't know what's going on. So in the Western culture, we don't know that. We don't offer obeisances to our parents. But in Indian culture, that is well known.
We touch their feet.
Obeisances, right?
We touch
Every
their
morning and evening.
feet.
When you meet the first time. and
Touching their feet, yes, yes. Because parents are also guru.
And yes.
So Caitanya Mahaprabhu, he fell down at the feet of his mother. What's the name of his mother? Sachi Mata, and requested her to give him one thing in charity. Wow, the Lord is asking one thing in charity of his. What do you think he will ask? Money? No.
First.
Huh?
I think this is about Ekadasi, so he's going to ask.
You are very clever. You are very intelligent. My dear, his mother replied, my dear son, I will give you whatever you ask. My mother would ask that, say that, isn't it? Then the Lord said, my dear mother, please do not eat grains on Ekadasi. That was his request. There is one Baba in Vrindavan, I don't know if he's still with us. Whatever he spoke, I have said from Dina Bandhu, he talked about that. Whatever, he was singing everything. He was such a wonderful voice. So when it came to Ekadasi, so he was devotees came, said, do not eat grains on Ekadasi. He was just singing everything. So, do not eat grains on Ekadasi day. Purport. By His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. From the very beginning of his childhood life, Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu introduced the system of observing a fast on the Ekadasi day. So Caitanya Mahaprabhu, it's not Srila Prabhupada introduced that, or Hindu culture. Caitanya Mahaprabhu introduced that system. Of course, that may have been in Hindu society even before that. In the Bhakti Sandarbha by Srila Jiva Gosvami, there is a quotation from the Skanda Purana admonishing that the person who eats grains on Ekadasi becomes a murderer of his mother, father, brother, spiritual master, and even if he's elevated to the Vaikuntha planet, he falls down. Harsh? Well, that's the Skanda Purana. What shall we do if we accidentally eat grains on Ekadasi? Ben, is there anything we can do?
Follow the fast the following day.
Yes, that Srila Prabhupada says. Do the Ekadasi fast the following day. Of course, we have to do it on the actual day. And Vaishnava Mataji sends out some very nice reminders regularly to when is Ekadasi day. Or there is also a calendar file. I usually get that from the Ekadasi website, Vaishnava calendar website, and you get a little file with the file extension ICXICS. Shantibai, welcome back. And you click on that file and it puts all the Ekadashis in your calendar for a whole year. So you just look at your mobile. Oh, tomorrow Ekadashi. Very nice. So.
There is a rule to that. I told the people when we cannot fast.
Huh?
There is a rule that, okay, if you're sick or old age, you can, and if you cannot do the fast. I think in one of the lectures of Srila Prabhupada, he said he could chant double.
But in old age,
or sickness.
We have to eat grains every single day?
No, I meant from the Ekadashi, that if you are sick or not able to do the fast,
The fast is just not eating grains and beans and pulses. That is not a very difficult thing. There are many, many other ways to think. There is tapioca, there is buckwheat, there is fruit, and it's not that we have to cook everything with grains and with dal. What is the Lord getting tonight? Maybe we don't better not talk about it. Can you want to say something?
No, just well, I knew some devotees, they take the opportunity on Ekadasi day to completely fast from food. They don't take anything.
That in old age may be difficult.
And then they stay up all night.
Yes, I've done that.
And they use it like Ekadasi day is like a day for them when they can make a lot of spiritual progress and advancement.
Yes,
So it's, you're not wasting time cooking and thinking about food. So their reasoning is that they chant more, they read more. It's just like everything and more.
Yes. That's the idea, to minimize our material engagement and to maximize spiritual engagement. That's the idea. Not that I'm fasting on Ekadasi and I sleep all day long. Well, that might not be
You're not supposed to sleep on Ekadasi.
best.
There are quite a few strict rules about that.
So, I always keep a pack of buckwheat pasta. You get it in an organic shop. It's pasta, not out of wheat, but made out of buckwheat. You know buckwheat? You know?
It's pomegranate seed, actually. I was trying to figure out what it was, and it's actually
What's a Gujarati or a Hindi name for buckwheat?
There isn't a Hindi name.
There isn't.
But what I found out, I thought it was pomegranate seed from somewhere.
Oh,
What?
Pomegranate seed.
What's that?
Pomegranate seeds from pomegranate. The fruit pomegranate.
You can eat that, yes?
That's what buckwheat is.
No, I don't.
That's what
I don't
I
think.
didn't mean Nandini were trying to find it out, and that's what we found out.
But it has nothing to do with buckwheat.
I don't know.
Buckwheat is like it says buckwheat. It's like wheat, a grain, but it's not a grain, it's a seed.
Yeah, but that's what we thought, that it's pomegranate seed.
No,
That's what
nothing
we
to do
found
with
out.
pomegranate.
No.
No. Okay.
That's what we said.
Okay. So, said what I do, I have also a pack of buckwheat, which I make regular. I make buckwheat kitri, which is very nice, like rice, but you use buckwheat. So this is something nice for Ekadasi. Put some paneer in, and I mean, it's
There you go.
very nice. There you go. And veggies and
Drop on that.
yes.
What about things like quinoa and chia?
Huh?
Quinoa and chia.
You would have to find out if that's seed or grain. Yes, I don't know. I cannot tell you. It's possible. If it's classified as seed, then it's okay.
Jayapataka Swami Maharaj allows quinoa. I'm not aware of chia seeds, but
Okay, thank you. Quinoa. Yes.
You know.
I have quinoa. I did the day before, I did some quinoa kitri, but unfortunately I put some hing in. And the yellow powder hing that is mixed with wheat. So it's a no-no on Ekadasi.
Well, no, hing you don't use.
If you get pure hing, which is like a rock, and you scrape that in, that's okay. But you get this yellow powder, and you read on the ingredients, wheat. So that is
rice flour.
yes, something like that. So they mix it in. On any other days, that's okay, but not on Ekadasi day.
it's grains, beans, and
Pulses like lentils and
Yes.
what is pulses, Ben?
Like
Dalam.
moong dal,
Moong dal,
all the dal,
All the dals.
all the dals, all the little them beans,
I mean, we have
Okay, so
samo
that is
and-
pulses.
Samo and samo.
lentils,
Things
any
that
kind
we
of
do have.
lentils.
Anyway, there are plenty of alternatives. for Ekadasi. And even in old age, we don't die if we don't eat grains for a day. We'll eat some quinoa or yes, okay. So let's read on. On Ekadasi,
I mean, there's samba. Is it called samba?
No, samo.
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 Samo, tapioca, all of that.
Samo, tapioca, and sago.
Cassava, all of that.
So much. And, you know, we even do the halwa, don't we? Of gari halwa and lots of stuff.
Amrita Radhi Mataji, what are you normally cooking on Ekadasi? Let's hear.
Prabhu, it's a curry made out of curd and potatoes mainly, and fruits. Today I made gajar ka halwa for the lordships. So that's what we do usually on Ekadashi.
What she said today?
Gajar.
What's that?
Gajar is carrot halwa.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Carrot halwa, she said, yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Do plantain.
Actually, devotees sometimes they cook on Ekadashi, and that prasadam is more opulent than in all the other days.
Yes, that's my style. I love my...
Because one can do very nice preparations. Ben.
Just a question coming from that purport, you know, because it says, I mean, the Lord, he's not fasting on Ekadashi.
That comes now. Let's read that.
So,
let's read that. On Ekadashi, everything is cooked for Vishnu, including regular grains. So we can cook for the Lord, grains and dal, but it is enjoined that a Vaishnava should not even take Vishnu Prasad on Ekadashi. It is said that Vaishnava does not accept anything eatable that is not offered to Lord Vishnu, but on Ekadashi, a Vaishnava should not touch even Mahaprasad offered to Vishnu. Also, such prasadam may be kept for being eaten the next day. It is strictly forbidden for one to accept any kind of grains on Ekadashi, even if it is offered to Lord Vishnu. That clears it out.
but it's all right to eat the next day.
Huh?
It's okay to eat it the next day. It's fine.
Yeah. Next day. Master Sachi said, "You have spoken very nicely. I shall not eat grains on Ekadashi." From that day on, she began to observe fasting on Ekadashi. So that means before that, she has not been fasting. Purport. Anil, read that purport, please.
It is practiced amongst smarta Brahmins.
What's a smarta Brahmin? What's a smarta Brahmin?
Smarta Brahmin is someone who's kind of hereditary Brahmin. It's running in their family.
Yes, they are hereditary Brahmins and they're obsessed by the rules, only the rules. They have nothing else but a smarta Brahmins. Okay, carry on.
That widow must observe fasting on Ekadashi, but a woman who is sadhava, who has her husband, should not. Husband should not. It appears that before Lord Chaitanya's request, Shachimata, being sadhava,
A bit louder. It appears.
It appears that before Lord Chaitanya's request, Shachimata, being sadhava, was not observing Ekadashi. Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, however, introduced the system that women, even if not a widow, must observe Ekadashi day and must not touch any kind of grains, even those offered to the deity of Vishnu.
Okay. Vaishnava Mataji.
Thereafter, seeing that Vishwarupa was a grown-up youth, Jagannatha Mishra wanted to find a girl and arrange a marriage ceremony for him.
Who is Vishwarupa? Anyone?
This Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's name.
No, no.
It's
Elder brother of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Thank you.
Oh,
his brother.
Elder or younger? No, Anupam was a Vishwarup. Yeah, elder brother of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was very effulgent, and he always was sitting with the Vaishnavas at Advaita, Thakur, Advaita's house, Advaita Acharya's house. And because Advaita Acharya, he was the most senior Vaishnava at that time, so everybody congregated at Advaita Acharya, and they were discussing Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and constantly Krishna Katha. They all came together every day. So Vishwarup was very attracted. He's sitting also there. So one day, Sachi, Mata, she asked Nimai, go and fetch your brother, Vishwarup, to come back for lunch. So, dutifully, on the order of his mother, he went there. And when Advaita Acharya saw that Nimai, he was completely taken. Who is that? Who is that effulgent personality? And he was so effulgent, Lord Caitanya. Even his bodily features were just exquisite. And then it was the brother, the younger brother of Vishwarupa. And Advaita Acharya, he took him very much in his heart. Very much. So that is Vishwa. Okay, I don't think we want to read here further the marriage arrangement and all of that. We want to just we want to go on the Bhagavad Gita version. So here we have. So that was Ekadasi, important, right? Okay, that is text, that is 6th chapter, Sankhya. Text 2. Remember we have discussed text 1 on Wednesday. Were you say on Wednesday, Ani?
and I was listening on.
Oh, you were listening. Yeah. I remember that. Yes, so that was okay. We go to this text 2. Yam sanyasam iti prabhu yogam tam viti pandava na yasanyasya sankalpo yogi bhavati kashchana. What is called renunciation is the same as yoga. Linking oneself with the Supreme, for no one can become a yogi unless he renounces a desire for sense gratification. Perfect. Ben, you want to read our purport? I've never seen that. Sannyas yoga. That's the first time I see that term. That's interesting. Sannyas yoga. Oh, I'm practicing what kind of yoga? I'm doing sannyas yoga. Ashtanga yoga, Hatha yoga, Jnana yoga, Buddhi yoga. But I'm doing sannyas yoga. That's beautiful. Okay, then.
Yeah, qualified divine graces Bhaktivedanta Swami. Real sannyas yoga or bhakti means that one should know his constitutional position as the living entity and act accordingly. The living entity has no separate, independent identity. He is the marginal energy of the Supreme. When he is entrapped by material energy, he is conditioned. And when he is Krishna conscious or aware of the spiritual energy, then he is in his real and natural state of life. Therefore, when one is in complete knowledge, one ceases all material sense gratification or renounces all kinds of sense gratificatory activities. This is practiced by the yogis who restrain the senses from material attachment. But a person in Krishna consciousness has no opportunity to engage his senses in anything which is not for the purpose of Krishna.
Okay, let's stop there a moment. What is interesting here, a definition of Krishna consciousness. When he is in Krishna consciousness or aware of the spiritual energy. That also never, 40 years of studying Bhagavad Gita, it's always something new. So that's a very nice definition. When one is aware of the spiritual energy, that means Krishna consciousness, right? That's what it says. When one is in Krishna consciousness or aware of the spiritual energy. But really, always aware of the spiritual energy. If we're always aware of the spiritual energy, we are Krishna conscious, isn't it? Constantly aware of the spiritual energy, constantly aware of Krishna. Anything needs to be said to this? It's quite basic Krishna consciousness, right? Or any question or any comment to that paragraph? Oh,
It's well, Prabhupada is making a differentiation between someone in material consciousness and someone in spiritual consciousness. And the more one becomes, the more you advance in what Prabhupada is saying, the more you're becoming advanced in Krishna consciousness, then the more we cease sense gratificatory activities. So you can test someone's level of Krishna consciousness by how little interested they are in any kind of sense gratificatory activities. So that's a very good yardstick to help someone to understand where they're at in their own personal spiritual life. Right.
A person in Krishna consciousness has no opportunity to engage his senses in anything which is not for the purpose of Krishna. How come? Anil, what did you say? Why is that? That a person in Krishna consciousness has no opportunity to engage his senses in anything which is not for the purpose of Krishna.
Because in the center is always Krishna, so whatever is doing, it is to please Krishna. There is no other opportunity to do anything else.
Absolutely, right? Because he's engaged in, constantly he's conscious of, he's aware of the spiritual energy, in that term, or he's conscious of Krishna. Where is the opportunity of forgetting Krishna and engaging in sense gratificatory activities? There's no opportunity. And if we fall down from that platform of spiritual awareness, and we're losing that spiritual awareness, what shall we do? Get aware as quick as possible and get back on the track, right? It can happen, huh? Like I mentioned that many times, like Jiva Gosvami once explained it so nice, like karma yoga. or the goal is Krishna, there is Krishna, and we're marching towards Krishna, but our mind is diverting us right, left, but eventually we'll get there. That is acceptable as long as we're going in the right direction, even so with a bit of a detour, right? But if we go in this direction, then we are hopelessly lost. We have to keep on marching towards Krishna. May not, very rare, it's a straight line here. It's always a little bit right, left. And so more we get advanced, so less it is right, left, because we are determined to reach Krishna and to become fully Krishna, fully spiritual aware. Okay, let's lead a little bit more. And a little bit more. Therefore,
a Krishna conscious person is simultaneously a sannyasi and a yogi. The purpose of knowledge and of restraining the senses as prescribed in the jnana and yoga processes is automatically served in Krishna consciousness. If one is unable to give up the activities of his selfish nature, then jnana and yoga are of no avail. The real aim is for a living entity to give up all selfish satisfaction and to be prepared to satisfy the Supreme. A Krishna conscious person has no desire for any kind of self-enjoyment. He is always engaged for the enjoyment of the Supreme. One who has no information of the Supreme must therefore be engaged in self-satisfaction, because no one can stand on the platform of inactivity.
okay, let's pause a moment. That is very nicely put. Self-enjoyment. Self-enjoyment means just without Krishna. Why enjoy without Krishna? Forgetfulness of that is self-enjoyment. And with Krishna is connection with Krishna. I enjoy the prasadam which has been offered to the Lord. Just one example. That's with Krishna, in connection. I will try to connect everything with Krishna. There are millions of situations where one may, how can I connect that with Krishna? Therefore, we have the Sangha and Association of Devotees to discuss that. Can we, every situation, on how can we connect every situation in our various different lives, connect with Krishna? You want to ask something?
No. This is beautifully explained.
Yes.
It's very nice.
Any questions or comments?
It's very difficult to, I mean, mind it goes away without even me realizing it. See, if you realize it, you can just grab it and bring it back. You don't even realize it's gone.
Yes, that's how it is. That's how Maya works. You don't realize it until you're 10 miles away from Krishna. And then, boom, how did I get there? Isn't it? Yes, that happens. But that comes by experience, by maturity, by determination, by association also. Very important, by association. If we don't have any association with devotees, and that the association can be manifold. If we every day we study Bhagavad Gita, 1 hour in the morning or in the evening, or Bhagavatam, that's also association. That keeps us, that sharpens our intelligence, and our intelligence becomes spiritual intelligence. Because now, without being trained in Krishna consciousness, our intelligence is material intelligence. And material intelligence means let me enjoy my senses without Krishna. Let me figure out how I can enjoy without Krishna to the max. That's material intelligence. That's what the whole world is doing here. How can I enjoy. What holiday can I go? What hotel to book? What food to eat? What this? What that? The nicest cars and nicest TVs, the nicest house, and nicest bed, the softest, and all of that without Krishna. It's not the fault of the house, the cars, the TVs, the bed. They are not at fault. But our spirit of enjoyment is at fault. That needs to be changed. If one is Krishna conscious, one can live in a very nice house, in a very nice bed. TV is probably pretty useless, except put some Krishna conscious kata on it. But I mean, there is the example of Pundarik Vidyanidhi. You know Pundarik Vidyanidhi? Great devotee. And I think it was Srivas Thakur. He said, oh, Pundarik Vidyanidhi is coming to Navadvipa, or close near Navadvipa. And Gadadha Pandit, Gadadha, we know Gadadha? Srivasati, Sri Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Gadadha, Panchatattva. Gadadha. We were very dear to Lord Caitanya. Gadadha said, you say this Pundarik Vidyanidhi is a pure devotee. And days before, Lord Caitanya suddenly said, oh, my father has come. You have read that? You have heard that? My father. I said, and the devotees couldn't make sense. What's he talking about? Later they asked Caitanya Mahaprabhu, who is your father? Lord Brahma? What? I said, no, Pundarik Vidyanidhi. He's coming. My father is coming. So Lord Caitanya had great esteem of Pundarik Vidyanidhi, a pure Vaishnava. So Gadadha heard all that, and then when Srivas said, I will meet Pundarik Vidyanidhi, it wasn't in Navadvip, it was a little bit, I think, outside some village. And then you want to come, Gadadha? Because they were very close. Srivas Thakur and Gadadha Pandit. So Gadadha said, yes, I come. I will introduce you to this great. So he had great expectations. And when they came, there was a personality sitting there on a throne, golden throne, with the hair all oiled, nice, groomed hair, beautiful, with some servants were standing there with peacock fans and fanning him. He had some golden vases here and there, and to drink, and Gadadha was bewildered. So, we can't say be a pure devotee. He looks like a sense enjoyer. And Srivas Thakur, he could read Gadadha's mind. So he was quoting a verse from the Bhagavatam, where Krishna and the cowherd boys and playing and like that. And Sandhi said, Pundarik Vidyanidhi, he fell into complete trance. And he flung his arms around, and all this beautiful paraphernalia crashed down to the floor. And so then Gadadha could understand. And that's a Vaishnava. If he hears about Krishna, immediately the ecstatic emotions are aroused. And then he felt, I have done a great offense. So he talked, later on, he talked to Srivas Thakur. I have done a great offense. I thought he looked like a materialistic person. But now I understand he's such a great Vaishnava. You're just saying something about Krishna, immediately he goes into ecstasy. External consciousness gone. But I think I want to take him as my spiritual master. I want to accept him as Guru. And then Shiva said, that's very good. That's very good. And then we spoke next day to Pundarik Vidyanidhi and told him all that. I want to take shelter. But he has to confirm with Caitanya Mahaprabhu, is his master. So he went to Caitanya Mahaprabhu and said, I want to take initiation from Pundarik Vidyanidhi. And Caitanya Mahaprabhu said, very good, go immediately. So that the point is, the externals, that doesn't say nothing. And there were mirrors and he was very opulently surrounded. That doesn't mean nothing, doesn't mean someone is a sense enjoyer. But what is in his heart, his consciousness, that's what counts. So therefore, I'm saying, there's nothing wrong about a big house, a big car. Srila Prabhupada had a big car. He had a big car, big Mercedes. Not had himself, they rented that or hired that and drove him from here and there. And sometimes some materialistic people they criticized her. Well, wow, you're driving big car. And then Srila Prabhupada said, don't you think the guru of the whole world should drive in a good car? Should have hundreds of Mercedes. The reporter was completely quiet. Because Srila Prabhupada wasn't attached. Sometimes he got the devotees wanted to give him something. They gave him a watch, a Rolex watch. Expensive Rolex watch, out of there. So Srila Prabhupada put it on to please the devotees. And sometimes someone gave him another, so he had 2 watches on, or 3 even. And he didn't care what the people thinking here. He just wanted to reciprocate with love. Because if you give someone something, you want to see that person wearing that. Then he gave it away later on. Yes. How many socks and how many... I remember Jiva Gosvami. I was at a Vyasapuja a long time back, and he got so many socks. He said, what am I going to do with all these socks? He's a sannyasi. 3 pairs of socks, 5 maybe, but not 20. So, yes, the point is, it's our spiritual awareness. If we are surrounded by opulence, by destiny, somehow or other, it comes to us. But we are Krishna conscious, fully. Then that doesn't bother us. But if we are diverted, oh, I get so much opulence now, let me enjoy it without Krishna. Then we fall down. So it's a spirit of enjoyment, of selfish. The word selfish is mentioned here. The spirit of selfish means without Krishna. Just myself. Maybe my family. We discussed on concentrated selfishness and extended selfishness. We discussed on Wednesday. What is it? What is concentrated selfishness and what is extended selfishness? Who can say? Concentrated selfishness is I'm just selfish for myself. But there's some people, they say, oh, I'm not, I'm selfless. All I'm working so hard, it's just for the family. Right, it's for the family. So, I'm doing it for the family, therefore I am selfless. And Srila Prabhupada said, no, because you are part of that family. Right? You would be selfless if you do it for the neighbor's family, but you won't do that. You want to enjoy within the family also. So that's extended selfishness. Everything for my family, so much opulence, but you are part of that family and you will enjoy. So extended selfishness, but still, selfishness is selfishness. But if we work in devotional service for Krishna, selfless. We want to please Krishna with everything what we do. It doesn't matter if we have opulent circumstances or poor, like Kolaveca Sridhara. You know Kolaveca Sridhara? He was a very poor Brahmin in Bengal, Calcutta. And what you find in Bengal, what kind of trees is the most common tree in Bengal? Have you been in Mayapur? No?
Banyan tree?
Banana trees. Banana tree. Everywhere. On the street, banana trees everywhere. And what was his business, Kolaveca Sridhara? He was a banana seller. There was so much competition. He was selling banana products, banana leaves, and so on. And not only that, he got the few paisa every day. Jai Shri Shri Nitai Satchidananda Ki Jai Ki Jai Ki Jai. So, even Lord Caitanya, he went because he loved that exchange with Kolaveca Sridhara. Loving exchanges. They always had some argument, and he bought some banana products, banana leaves or bananas or banana trunk, and then Kolaveca Sridhara, he told him the price. And Caitanya Mahaprabhu said, I'll pay you half of it. No, you cannot do that. I have to, because he had that principle, whatever little he earned from selling banana products, 50% he used for worshipping the Ganga. So if it was only 1 rupee, then 50 paisa went to the worship of the Ganges, and with the rest, he maintained his body. Very poor man, very poor. So they had this teasing each other. And one day even Lord Caitanya said, you, or Kolaveca Sridhara said, I need to do my service to the Ganga. So if you give me only half, I cannot maintain my service to the Ganga. And then Lord Caitanya said, I am the father of the Ganga, which is. And then Kolaveca, no, Vishnu, you cannot say that. No, that's this kind of exchanges. And the people at night, Kolaveca Sridhara, he was chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And the people, oh, look, he's so poor. He's crying because he has nothing in his stomach. Oh, people can be very cruel and people are very, very demeaning. So one day, Lord Caitanya forcibly took the water pot cup of Kolaveca Sridhara and he drank from Kolaveca Sridhara's cup. And he said, no, you cannot do that. It's contaminated. Lord Caitanya took it. Oh, great ecstasy. The Lord enjoys loving exchanges with his devotees. He doesn't care for. Like with Raghunatha, you know that story. Raghunatha, he renounced this world. When he joined Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu after running away from home, his parents, he came from very Kayashta family, a very rich family. And he tried in his youth to run away and join Caitanya Mahaprabhu. And the parents, they went out, sent the servants, and they brought him back. I have seen that also, some Indian families, when the son wants to join Bhaktivedanta man and the parents come and take him back. In fact, our Chaitanya Nitai Prabhu was such a case. He wanted to become a brahmachari as a manna. The parents forcibly took him back and married him. That was it, son. No manna.
In India, it is common.
Yes, here also you find it here and there. So then he one night they had a family priest, Yadunandan Acharya, and it became a little bit late. They had some mandaps there, Durga mandap, in fact. And so this Yadunandan Acharya, he did the puja and like that. And then it became a little bit late and quite dark. And Yadunandan Acharya, he lived a little bit away. He said, I have to go, it's getting dark, I have to go through the forest. And then Raghunath said, I will accompany you. You don't have to go alone. So don't you worry. So, but before that, the parents, they felt great pain when the Like when a child wants to. I have seen many Indian families. They encourage their sons, yes, be Krishna conscious, but not too much, right? Not too much. Our Atish Guru Das, when he put on saffron, his father was so much, oh no, now he won't get married. It was I spoke with him. He was devastated, that man. Nice father, huh? But he said, now he put on saffron, he renounced, he's living at Bhaktivedanta Manor. What about grandchildren? So I said, don't you worry. Time will come. Nobody stays brahmachari for eternity. That was Bhakti Siddhanta. He stayed Naishtiki brahmachari. But generally, brahmacharis get married at one point. And he proves the point, because Atish is wearing white now. Guru does. So, then the parents married Raghunath. They married him. Beautiful wife, and they thought that will tie him down. Like with Chaitanya, they will tie him down. But to no avail. He was so much attracted by Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan movement that even his beautiful wife didn't tie him down. So we helped, went with Yadunandan Acharya to his house and then, okay, everything all right? Yes, so, okay, see you tomorrow or whatever. And then he thought, that's an opportunity now, in the middle of the night. He ran away. Again, after having been taken back 3, 4, 5 times. But this time he didn't go on the common path, because the servants went on the common path when they realized he has gone, and they asked, have you seen Raghunatha? And then they found him and brought him back. So he went through the jungle. Through the jungle he went. And he was successful this time. And he reached, Lord Caitanya told him, if you want to join me, you have to get the mercy of Nityananda first. Nityananda is a spiritual master, right? There's some people, they want to, I will only serve Krishna. Krishna doesn't accept them. No, you serve my devotee. Go to my spiritual master, to my pure devotee. Then I will accept you, not directly. Well, who we think we are? I'm just, my service is good enough to serve Krishna directly. That's a pretty proud proposition. Huh? Humble yourself and accept the service of the spiritual master, to serve him. So then he took that to heart, and he went to a place where Lord Nityananda was. And from far, Lord Nityananda, you may have seen that painting, sitting on the rock, Lord Nityananda with a blue dhoti, and all devotees, countless devotees sitting around him on the platform and below and everywhere. And he was talking. And then Raghunath, from a distance, he offered his obeisances. And someone pointed out, Nitai, here is Raghunath offering your obeisances. And then Nitai said, you thief! You're a thief! Come here, said, I will punish you. Only a thief is doing whatever from far away, right? So we called him thief. You don't come close, you keep your distance. So he came close and he put his lotus feet on Raghunath's head. He blessed him. That was a blessing of getting the association of Lord Caitanya, which he wanted. He got the blessing of the spiritual master. He got the blessings of Nityananda. And your punishment will be, because he knew he had a lot of money from his family, you will make a feast for all these Vaishnavas here. Right? You make a feast, you make chipped rice with yogurt and another preparation, chipped rice with condensed milk, soaking in condensed milk, soaking yogurt. And Raghunath said, oh, he was in ecstasy. Wow, service for all the Vaishnavas. He arranged it all, and soon he became known. It was a big festival. Big festival. What's the festival called?
Panihati.
Panihati. The place was Panihati. Yes, the sweet rice festival. Right?
Chida Dadhi.
Say it again.
Chida Dadhi Mahamahotsav.
Yeah, Jiva Dahi Mahamahotsava. So that's a big festival. So he arranged it. Everybody of the thousands of devotees had 2 pots, one with chipped rice and yogurt, and one with chipped rice. And there were so many devotees that didn't even fit all there. And some stood down by the bank of the Ganga. And some didn't even have a space. They stood in the water in the Ganga. And they ate their sweet rice with yogurt, dahi, and with condensed milk. And then, of course, that news spread far and wide. Like in India, you would expect that. If there's a festival, it goes mouth by mouth by mouth, a village. Then from villages, people came. Everywhere came from everywhere. Oh, there is free prasadam. There's a big festival. And then also the people came with their carts and selling their produce. And it became also like a little market town. They come and see bananas. And Raghunath bought it all and distributed for all the Vaishnavas. A big, big, beautiful festival. There's a nice description in Chaitanya Charitamrita with over many verses. It's just a pleasure to hear that. And then he was able to go to Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu. And Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu was very pleased. And he put him under the care of Swarup Damodar, which is the most confidential devotee of Lord Caitanya. Swarup Damodar always, later on in the Gambhira, when Lord was in his ecstatic mood, he recited verses which would increase that mood, and so on. So not directly under Lord Caitanya, he put him under the shelter of his most dearmost associate, Swarup Damodar. That's also. And then he became Raghunath Gosvami. He became the greatest renunciate we could even think of. Later on, he lived at Radhakund, and he offered 100 obeisances every day. Dandavats, not just obeisances, and not this kind of, and not that full, like a stick. Dandavats, 100 to every Vaishnava. Not just, I offer my obeisances only to the elevated Vaishnavas. No. He was the most neophyte, and anybody who was somewhere a devotee, he offered. 100, that was his, like we chant 16 rounds. He chanted, I don't know how many rounds, but one principle was 100 obeisances at least every day to the devotees. Wow. He was so engrossed in his service, sitting in the hot sun, said Sanatana Goswami. He was also there, and he could see from a distance, while Raghunath chanting in the hot midday sun, there was one very beautiful young girl with a sari. She stood behind him and gave him some shadow. And Sanatana was horrified. He immediately came to Raghunath and says, why are you taking the service of Srimati Radharani? Srimati Radharani personally came and gave you shadow. You shouldn't sit in the hot sun and inspire Srimati Radharani to give you service. Please, make yourself a bhajan kuti with a roof. Wow. There you go. Because Krishna doesn't want to see, and Srimati Radharani doesn't want to see the devotees inconvenienced in any way. So before that, before he went to Radhakund, he was in Puri. And how to maintain himself. It wasn't just like you stay with Caitanya Mahaprabhu and you're in the brahmachari ashram 3 meals a day and Sunday feast and all. No, it wasn't like that. So he was begging. Where the pilgrims went to the Jagannatha temple, he stood there begging for alms, a bit chapati and some rice and whatever. And that he maintained himself like that. Sannyasis do beg, right? They're going with a top cloth, and householders will give them. I've seen it with Dinabandhu on Parigram. He said, okay, the devotees are hungry, okay. He went to some houses, even one house, 2 or 3 houses. He said, oh, I don't know, he said something in Hindi. And the people immediately, the householders came and put some chapati, gave to him, and then he shared it with the devotees. And these chapatis, these rotis from Basi rotis, oh, they are beautiful. You have never eaten anything like that. Basi rotis. They don't roll it with a rolling pin. They do like that. Rotis, thick rotis. Yes, like that. I have tried that some long time back. Do like that and then cook them on an open fire. Beautiful. So then he stopped doing that. And he went to a charity prasadam distribution, Food for Life booth. And Lord Caitanya asked, why did you stop collecting alms? And he said, because collecting alms like that every day on the parigram path, you just be developing the mentality of a prostitute. Oh, this person has given me yesterday something. Surely he will give me something today, calculating like that. That's not depending on the mercy of the Lord. So he didn't like that. So he went to the charity booth where free prasadam, so there was this mentality he couldn't develop. But then after some time, he stopped that also. And the Lord asked, why did you stop? Because you're going to the charity booth, there's so many other sadhus, Food for Life, prasadam distribution, and then it's just talk, small talk, socializing. You can't avoid it. And he didn't want that. So what did he do? He, at the end of the day, you have been in Puri? No. There's big walls around the temple, high walls. And at the end of the day, the rice, because they're cooking, that's the biggest kitchen in the world. And the stoves are never cold. They're constantly cooking. So when the rice has gone off, they just tipped it over the wall for the cows. But the rice has gone off so much that the cows smelled it, they didn't even touch it because it smelled rotten. So Raghunath came, he took that rice and he washed it with some water, washed it, only the inner portion was left, and that he ate. Can you imagine? What a renunciation is that? He washed that rice which had gone off until all the mushy things have gone, and then there was a little bit of hard portions in that what he ate. And Lord Caitanya was very pleased. Very pleased. So that is, of course, that cannot be imitated. But Raghunatha Gosvami is an emblem of renunciation.
Raghunath Das Bhatta Goswami.
No. Raghunatha Das.
Bhatta is another personality, one of the 6 Goswamis.
Yes. Vande Rupam Sanatanam Raghuyago Shri Jiva Gopalako Raghunatha Das. So, why we came here? Renunciation. How did we come here? That whole story?
About freedom from self-enjoyment. and self-satisfaction.
Oh, Kolaveca Sridhara.
Extended satisfaction.
Yes, Kolaveca Sridhara. We ate such little bit also. All in the service of the Lord. Okay. So many beautiful stories. Anil, read a little bit more. Oh, that's the end of it. Okay. One who has no information of the Supreme must therefore be engaged in self-satisfaction, because no one can stand on the platform of inactivity. And the Mayavad sannyasis, they want to merge into the Brahman Jyoti, into the impersonal Brahman. And in the impersonal Brahman, there's inactivity. There's no activity. It's just merging. Or like the story Srila Prabhupada gave, huh? Just imagine to one devotee who had enough of, oh, I'm in New York, book distribution, and beautiful girls, and this and that, and I'm distracted. I want to just sit somewhere quietly and just chant Hare Krishna. And Srila Prabhupada said to him, like, you don't want to. He's asking, how is that with that Brahmacharya? Sayuchya Mukti, merging into that Brahmacharya. He said, okay, just imagine. You're sitting in a field. Like in America, there's these big wheat fields. Where you look up to the horizon is just a field with wheat in all directions. So you're sitting in that field. You want to know what merging into Brahmacharya is? You're sitting in that field. Just you, nobody else, you alone, for eternity. Just sitting there, nothing to do, just sitting. That is merging into Brahmacharya. No activity. The devotee quickly understood and said, oh no, I go back to New York and distribute books. I can't do that. Arjuna wanted to do that. He said, I cannot fight with my nephews and cousins and brothers, and I go to the forest and meditate. Krishna said, no, do your duty. No, that is a cop-out. So, impersonal mukti, that's a cop-out. And they cannot stay like that. Why? Because the soul is by nature active. And they come down back to the, maybe not all, but most. They come down back to the material energy. And then they're engaging in charitable activities. They just have, before they have given it all up, it's all Maya. And then they come back from, because there's no pleasure, there is no ananda, it's just eternity. Nothing else. So, yeah.
So they don't know it before they achieve it? Like,
Huh?
if you desire this mukti, where you want to, emerge in Brahman and sit, like you said, in the wheat field for eternity, don't they know what it is? Why do they wish it if they know what it is?
They don't know nothing better. Because that is a sat, eternity aspect of the absolute truth. The next step is a yogic process. They are more advanced because they're meditating on the Paramatma in the heart. And from the Paramatma comes knowledge, Chit Shakti. And the devotees, they are in contact with Bhagavan. They have the Ananda aspect. And the higher aspect, including all lower aspects, like the Russian doll. You open it up and there's another doll. You open that up and there's another doll. So if a devotee, he's not bereft of Paramatma realization, nor of Brahman realization. He has it all. But the one who is just on the Brahman realization, which is just by dint of his own mental speculation. He hasn't realized the super soul in the heart. No, he has realized the Bhagavan, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yes, sir. So therefore, Srila Prabhupada says here.
What about this verse, Brahma Bhuta Prasanatma? That it's saying in the Bhagavad Gita that a person who has achieved Brahman realization is like is in boundless joy and happiness.
Yes.
So
seems to contradict,
it seems
right?
to be that there must be some level of ananda,
not ananda,
some kind of
some happiness, yes,
joy and bliss.
joyfulness even.
It's a boundless happiness.
Yes, that's a good point. Huh?
Yeah.
That happiness is derived from understanding I am eternal. All right?
Mhm.
That's great happiness. If you come from a deluded life, a materialistic life, and for the first time you really truly understand, actually I'm eternal. Wow, I'm eternal. I never die. Well, that happiness is there. But the Paramatma, the realization is not there, and actually the Ananda bliss of having relations with Krishna, that is not there either.
Is that the prasanna, the Brahma Bhut prasanna,
Yes,
happiness?
Prasannatma. But that liberated platform, that's a liberated platform. Then on that platform, for the devotees, then pure devotional service starts. That's the starting point. For the Mayavadis, that's the end point. That's all. Liberated, mukti. Okay, that's it. Nothing more. There's nothing higher than that. No. Pure devotional service starts from here. Because then we can serve Krishna without, in a liberated state of mind, without material attachments. It's like serving Krishna sweet rice without scent. In our material consciousness, it's like serving sweet rice. We're serving Krishna sweet rice, but with a bit of sand inside. That's not very enjoyable, is it? Krishna will accept it, but what is that sand? Our material desires, which are still there. That's that sand. I serve Krishna, but I also want something for myself. That's not pure devotion service. That just takes that last sentence. All the purposes are perfectly served by the practice of Krishna consciousness. Do you remember a verse in Bhagavad Gita? All the purposes are served. What's that verse?
Is that the one where
The pond and the rivers. You know that verse? There are many rivers.
many rivers are flowing to the sea? Many rivers are flowing to the sea.
The pond serves. You have in India, you have many wells, right? One well is for drinking. One well is for washing. One well is for bathing. But if you have a pond, you can do all these activities. It's served, all of it. Okay, here we stop. Amrita Radhi Mataji, Hare Krishna, Hari Bol. We'll stop here. We missed you on Wednesday. See you hopefully on Wednesday. Hare Krishna. Yandi Bhai, Hare Krishna.